Diddy arrived in court yesterday, looking sharp in a sweater over a white-collared shirt and gray pants, maintaining his typical calm demeanor. However, there was a palpable tension in the air, indicating that something was off. As the doors closed behind him, the atmosphere grew heavier, and everyone sensed that a significant moment was approaching. His legal team huddled closely around him, preparing for the drama that was sure to unfold. Even the most seasoned courtroom observers could not have predicted what was about to transpire. The trial had already seen its share of surprises, but nothing could have readied anyone for the shocking revelation that came when the court played new audio evidence from 50 Cent's upcoming Netflix documentary. The room fell silent as the recording started, and Diddy's calm demeanor quickly faded. What followed was a chaotic display of defense, anger, and what seemed to be panic. Welcome to Celebrity Cookies, where the tea is always hot and the stories come with sprinkles of surprise. Make sure to subscribe, leave a comment with your take on the story. For years, Diddy has been an untouchable figure, a mogul with considerable influence in the music industry. His name was associated with power, success, and controversy. However, in that moment, as his own voice echoed in the courtroom, all that power seemed to unravel. The audio clip was taken from what was supposed to be a casual conversation, where Diddy made seemingly harmless remarks. However, as the court listened further, the unsettling nature of the details became clear. "Yo, why don't we go shopping? I'll pay for it," Diddy said playfully. In another clip, he made a comment that caused the audience to shift uncomfortably. "I need to kick it, you know. Maybe we'll just hang out." Initially, these statements seemed like odd jokes, but in light of the serious allegations against Diddy, they began to take on a more significant meaning. It wasn't just the content of the conversation that mattered, it was the context. The court was not merely hearing a casual exchange but uncovering hints of a larger, darker narrative that 50 Cent had hinted at for years. The implications that 50 had previously suggested in interviews, through memes and cryptic social media posts, now had a tangible form. This was no longer just a personal feud. It was a strategic attack that peeled back layers of Diddy's public persona, revealing something entirely different beneath. Diddy's legal team sat quietly, exchanging anxious glances as the courtroom focused on the audio playing from the speakers. The discomfort, tension, and growing panic were evident on Diddy's face. The man who had dominated the music industry for years, instilling fear and exerting control over many, now appeared like a deer caught in headlights, his usual composure rapidly slipping away. Then, unexpectedly, he rose to his feet, his voice cutting through the stillness. "This is absurd. This has been taken out of context. 50 Cent is just trying to ruin my reputation," he yelled, his fists clenched and his face flushed with anger. His lawyers hurried to calm him, trying to regain control of the situation, but it was too late. The courtroom had just witnessed a significant moment. The formidable Diddy had broken down. The atmosphere was thick with disbelief as Diddy struggled to compose himself. He gestured passionately, demanding that the audio be dismissed, insisting it had been altered to make him look worse. Yet, no one seemed convinced. The damage was done. The audio was public and irreversible. The courtroom had just witnessed a breakdown of one of the entertainment industry's most powerful figures. But 50 Cent was far from done. He wasn't just a bystander in this courtroom drama. He was the one pulling the strings, strategically timing the release of his documentary to coincide with the height of Diddy's legal troubles. This was more than just a documentary. It was a weapon, and 50 knew exactly how to use it. The long-standing rivalry between 50 Cent and Diddy had always simmered beneath the surface. Over the years, their feud had escalated with insults, social media digs, and passive-aggressive remarks. However, this documentary was not just about throwing shade. It aimed to uncover the truth, shedding light on the darker sides of the music industry that had long been whispered about but never confirmed. 50 Cent sought not only to settle a score but to expose a narrative that had been hidden for too long. In the documentary, 50 Cent revealed a side of Diddy that the public rarely saw. The audio was not just a casual conversation. It was the key link that connected years of speculation, confirming suspicions many had about Diddy's alleged actions behind closed doors. This was not merely an assault on Diddy's reputation. It was an attempt to unveil the man behind the myth. And it succeeded. The courtroom was left in shock as the once-untouchable mogul faced public scrutiny in a way that could not be ignored. As the trial continued, Diddy's legal team worked diligently to downplay the significance of the audio, arguing that it was taken out of context. However, the damage was already done. There was no way to explain away how Diddy sounded in that recording. The casualness with which he discussed crossing boundaries, the ease of his remarks, and the discomfort it caused everyone present. This was not just a verbal slip, it revealed a troubling pattern of behavior that had long been speculated but never proven. The prosecution's case received a significant boost. For years, there had been rumors regarding Diddy's toxic and manipulative behavior, allegations of exploitation, and whispers of questionable actions within the music industry. However, with the audio now introduced as evidence, those whispers transformed into undeniable facts. The recordings were linked to broader accusations against Diddy, including racketeering, extortion, sex trafficking, and the exploitation of young artists. His remarks about shopping, hanging out, and crossing personal boundaries painted a disturbing picture, making it increasingly challenging for Diddy to maintain his carefully crafted public image. The audio was more than just an awkward moment in court. It marked a crucial turning point. It shifted the dynamics of the trial. What had once been a battle of accusations and counterclaims now had a solid foundation in evidence. The prosecution had their key proof. It was not simply hearsay. It provided a raw, unfiltered look into Diddy's reality. The more the tape was played, the more it seemed to corroborate the allegations against him. After the audio was released, the courtroom drama quickly became a major news story. Media outlets rushed to cover the shocking developments, scrutinizing every moment of the audio and its implications for Diddy's downfall. Headlines were dominated by the explosive incident in which the once powerful mogul lost his composure in front of everyone. Reactions varied. Some fans were eager to defend Diddy, dismissing the audio as a mere attack from a jealous competitor. Meanwhile, others who had long suspected Diddy's darker tendencies found their fears validated by the recordings. The leaked audio not only served as evidence, but also shattered the image of Diddy as a benevolent mogul, replacing it with something far more sinister. As the trial progressed, the impact of the audio extended beyond the courtroom. Fans, artists, and industry insiders began to express their views, with some supporting Diddy while others distanced themselves from him. The repercussions of this legal battle would be felt for years, affecting everyone involved, including some of the most influential figures in the industry. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation, so please share your opinions in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on this story.